Today I wanted to just basically touch point on a topic I'm sure you're all familiar with, which is basically drinking and driving. Roughly about 5 years ago, I lost a cousin to drinking and driving, and basically since then, I've been going out to different cities and, holding up posters, letting drivers know the facts about drinking and driving, and letting them know that, choose an alternate method. Save other citizens, save your friends, save yourself, choose a different way to get home. I know at the moment in Canada we have what's called Operation Red Nose, and you can basically call in a number and they will send a designated driver to basically drive you home. So you're getting home safe. You're not hitting pedestrians who may be walking on the street who aren't driving, or cyclists, or other people who are traveling by car or bus. You're not affecting them. So anyways, I'm just basically here to talk a little bit about the story with my cousin, and to basically say, what, if you can, choose an alternate method. It's safer, and you'll save so many lives. So anyway, with my cousin's story, I guess I'll start off from the front, basically go through it, what happened. Please bear with me. So it was basically July 26th, 2005, and my cousin and his best friend, who happened to be the designated driver that night, decided to go to a party and celebrate the summer with a few friends. So anyways, they go to the party, have a couple drinks, do regular teenage stuff, have a doobie or two, smoke pot. And anyways, when they were ready to leave, my cousin mentioned to his best friend that he thinks that he should, probably drive them home since he's a designated driver, right? So they get in the car and they start driving, and they're about halfway home, and there's apparently this flatbed truck in the middle of the road. And my cousin's best friend apparently didn't see it and was not able to swerve out of the way in time. So they basically hit the back end of this flatbed truck. So the flatbed truck, the back end, goes through the windshield on the passenger side. So not where my cousin's best friend is, but where my cousin's actually sitting in the passenger seat. And it goes through the window and basically smashes my cousin's face in. He's, basically his face is almost gone. I remember my cousin's best friend telling me that, you couldn't notice his face. His eyes were hanging out, and his whole face, his whole jaw and everything was broken. He was after then rushed to hospital, and my cousin's best friend, who actually did not have any injuries, was then taken into custody. The next day, or should I say the next morning, probably about 3 a.m. in the morning, my cousin succumbed to his injuries and he died. And I just remember that I felt so bad because I hadn't seen him for a couple months prior to this incident occurring, right? And I just wish I would have stopped by and said hi, because I feel bad that I'll never get the chance to say, bye to him, right? And so anyways, yeah, so carrying on anyways, I ended up attending the funeral, and there was a lot of people there, and it was just great to see how, someone can make a mistake, but you can still celebrate their life. And you can just enjoy the person that you had and be together, and have that togetherness for a moment and just enjoy that person, with your entire heart for that one moment, you know, for that couple hours that the service is going on. You're just thinking about them, no one else, and how much they defined your life, how much they changed it, and how much they just meant to you in general, right? And that's what I thought about. I thought about how much my cousin meant to me, and I just thought about, wow, I wish he was still here. I mean, I'm 23 now, right? He was 22 at the time. He would have been roughly 27, 28 right now, but he'll never get to see that age. So anyways, after the funeral, there was a gathering at my cousin's birth mom's house. And so we went there and we enjoyed, you know, nice food. We enjoyed some of his friends, his company of his friends. You know, we enjoyed our family and just each other, right? But there was one point later that day that I noticed, whereas this girl who had been with him had basically broken up with him 2 weeks prior to this event occurring. She seemed really distraught. I mean, she was crying. She was not eating. She was basically staying in his room almost 24/7. You know, it was like she hardly ever saw daylight. She would just cry on his bed, you know, and you could even press your ear up against the door, and you could just, you know, hear her crying. And, you know, I think that was one of the hardest things for me to hear, was that this girl loved him so much, but she was never going to see him again, right? And that was, you know, really, it was really hard to take and to see and to watch. I don't know how to describe it. You know, but taking that one instance, you know, that one incident, it just shows you that it's stupid to do that kind of thing, you know, and to you know, drink and then drive and then, you know, because it affects other people. You may be like, well, you know what, I'm a skilled driver, you know, it's not going to affect me, I can get home. But the point is that you don't know that for sure. You may think it may only affect you if an accident does occur, but it affects hundreds of people. It affects family, it affects friends, it affects, you know, even more than that, right? And it's sad that, you know, by our action, we could hurt 100 people, 150 people, 50 people, 10 people. It doesn't matter the number, right? It's just that, you know, by that one choice that we make, we decide to affect someone else's life forever. Yeah. So anyways, the point of the whole story is to basically not drink and drive, and to basically, you know, let someone else drive you home. If you're that intoxicated and you can't drive, then let someone else drive you home, and everyone else remains safe, and everybody gets home, and that's basically it. You don't have to worry about anything. And you'll not only save your own life, but you'll save other people's lives, and they will, you know, appreciate that. And your parents or family or whoever, you know, won't have to remember you. You know, they won't have to remember the times that they had. They'll be able to think about the times that they'll have with you in the future. And that's what's really important, is, you know, you have so much to give in life that one wrong choice can take it away. And it's just best if you make the right choice and, you know, get that ride home, call that friend, you know, if you're younger, call a parent and get them to drive you home, or, you know, call a friend, a best friend, an acquaintance, coworker, anybody, you know, someone who cares about you, who would rather you get home safe than not at all. So anyways, hopefully, you know, from this message you sort of, you know, show this to friends and they're able to see that, you know, one person's life is like affected by this. You know, of course it like, you know, I wasn't an individual in a car accident, but it still affects you, right? And you know, there's tons of people it affects, and you know, hopefully, you know, as people we're able to make the right decisions and we're able to, you know, speak out upon this issue. You know, even it's just sometimes even it's just speaking to friends about it, or you know, joining a nonprofit like MAD, or you know, maybe creating your own initiative. You know, maybe you've lost someone and you want to help out and you want to create your own initiative. Sometimes it's just doing that, you know, and that's all it takes is one small thing, one video, one message, and you know, you not only get your voice out there, but you people hear you, they listen to you. You know, I always think of the word one, and one so huge because your voice is incredible. And from one person, you know, you could reach out to hundreds. So I guess and basically what I'm trying to say is I encourage people to, you know, speak out to other people, you know, not only about this issue, but about any issue that bothers you. It could be suicide, could be, you know, problems with violence, could be bullying, it could be a number of different things, you know. But I just want to encourage people to, you know, come on here and speak out about it and record your videos and just make a difference in people's lives, and you know, take that 1 second out of your day to speak out about something that you would not normally speak out about. And just know that you will have such an effect that you will even surprise yourself. You know, it is just that big, just your one voice. And, you know, having someone who has that one desire with their heart to speak out, you know, it's incredible. You do a lot of good. And just remember that everything that you do affects somebody, and that it could be positive or negative, but it's whether you decide for it to be positive or negative. Only you can make the choice, and the choice is only for you to make. And no one, people can influence you, but you still make the choice. So anyways, I hope some of you create your own YouTube videos, maybe in response to what I've said, or in response to other stuff, and you know, speak out about other things. I encourage you, and you know, I'd love to see if people speak out about their own different issues. You know, maybe it's not drinking and driving, maybe it's something else. But if you do speak out about your own issues, I'd love for you to send me a link to from your YouTube page to mine, and I would love to hear from you. And I will leave it for there. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I hope everybody has a safe Christmas, and that everybody enjoys it, and that everything goes well. You get gifts, and you enjoy the special time with family, and yeah, and that hopefully everybody's starting to think of some New Year's resolutions that they want to, you know, put in place next year. And I hope and I wish that all of those go well for you as well. And yeah, enjoy the holiday season, and keep safe, and you know, keep speaking out about things for sure. And you know, if you haven't thought about volunteering is such a good way to, you know, to speak out about things, to give back. If you know you normally don't because you have a busy schedule, just speak out, give back to the community. It's a great way to go about doing things, and definitely, you know, it only takes a couple hours a week. Sometimes it's only a couple of hours a month, or a couple hours every